All right, we are live. Hey, everybody, how you doing? My name is Manny Wolf. I hope you know that by now. I have a Facebook group that you are invited to join called Manny Wolf's Group. I am the creator of the Opus Speaker Marketing System, the 1000 Speakers Academy Speaker Training System, and what else have I done? I'm a best-selling author. Today, I'm going to be talking with you about how connection is the lifeblood of your business, and I'm going to bring on my business partner, Brett Lechtenberg. Here we go. Let's see how this works.
Hey, Manny, can you see me?
Yeah, dude, that's so easy. Oh my God.
Works good, huh?
Loving StreamYard so far. Definitely loving this. So let's see. Let's play around a little bit. I know that there's a way that we can actually brand things. So instead of saying Brett Lechtenberg and Manny's View, we can change that. We can put the logo on it. We haven't gotten there yet. Oh, look at this. Banners.
That's an upgraded version, isn't it?
I don't know. This is an example of a banner. Click on a banner to show it on the screen. Nope. We can do it right here.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Brand. Okay, this is going to be cool. So for everybody who's watching, I want you to understand that so far I'm very, very happy with StreamYard as a live streaming tool.
It was very easy for me to log into. It was very straightforward. Fill out one box, put what you want to show on screen, where I got my name.
Yeah.
I could put in whatever, but and so it was very easy to log in as a guest too. For people watching this that might be taking guests on like we're doing here, it's really simple to use.
Very cool. Unlike Facebook, when logging on is like guesswork, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Totally sweet. All right.
Now I don't know how good the image is on your end. You're pretty clear on my end. I like the camera's doing a good job. The software's doing a good job.
Yeah. That's my experience too.
Okay.
So awesome. Well, let's rename brand, delete brand. We're not going to worry about any of that. Let's talk a little bit about what I'm talking about here with the title, which is how important connection and human touch are as we move forward into an increasingly technology-driven business space.
Oh, yeah. My podcast yesterday, those three guys that are on there, their whole philosophy is about human connection. Right?
Yeah.
And I think they were dead on with what they're trying to accomplish. And what we're talking about here is you can get a lot of reach, you can make a lot of noise, but it's at the end of the day, human connection is going to pay big dividends.
Yeah. And so what do you see as kind of the problem that most people, the mistake that most people are making when it comes to paying attention to this, to doing this?
I think people get almost too reliant on technology.
Yeah.
They try and find too many hacks.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, you got to actually have some skill putting the video together, putting your program together, getting your content together. Yes, of course. And not trying to avoid some of those things, I guess. I had a conversation with somebody the other day that was asking me for help, and they just totally wanted to blow by the fact they didn't want to learn anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not a good long-term strategy. But I can hire people to do everything. And it's like, well, in theory, yes, but when you lose that person, how are you going to jump back in where you were before? Keep from losing momentum.
Yeah. Right? I think that so you and I are both, so for those of you guys watching, full disclosure, Brett and I are both very focused on the philosophical shift from marketing a service to being a personal brand.
Right. Absolutely.
And we both are fully committed that this is where everything is going in I would say in all business that isn't like a corporation, but certainly in the digital space.
Yeah, 100%. If you're a car, right? Maybe it's not the car company, but if you're doing anything where you as a person can be linked to it, the brand's got to lead the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And so one of the things there, the whole value of a personal brand is that your focus is on creating connection. right? Versus when I talk to particularly my students about this, the way I describe it is the difference between marketing and personal branding is that marketing is getting better and better at bringing people through one process to buy something, right? A personal brand, it does a lot of things, but one of the things it does that I'm really fascinated by is it allows you to iterate, to grow, to evolve. And because people are following you and not the widget that you've gotten better at marketing, they actually want you to grow and evolve, and they follow you and they root for you.
I think that's a great analogy. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I would agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I know in my own experience, I started out, I guess about 5 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, and I was just doing voice coaching for podcasters. And that wasn't even what I wanted to do. That's not what I even set out to do. But the point was, so I started out doing voice coaching for podcasters, and public speakers started getting interested in the voice coaching. So looking at what was being asked of me, and what the opportunity was, I started to create a public speaker program. And from there, I started to create a program for how to get booked to speak, which actually is a little foreshadowing of what we're going to talk about in a second. And from there, I created a done for you speaker marketing system. And from there, I created personal branding because I realized that the speakers that were having success were the ones that had personal branding. And so all of this says two things that I think are really important. One is, since the focus was always on me and who I am, I was able to sort of take this winding path and keep it very interesting. The other thing is that the power of the personal brand is such that it allows you that freedom.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Because my journey was similar. It was because of my success in the martial arts space locally and to some level nationally, where I've done a lot of podcasts and trainings for different tuition companies, that people would see what I was doing, ask for help in that, and as I kind of switched direction, they followed, like, help me with that. How did you become so ingrained in the community? Well, this is how I did it. How did you get this marketing program to work and get into the school systems? Well, show me how your marketing works. And that's what led me to marketing, and then to personal branding as well, right? That's what a lot of my private conversations and stuff these days are coming down to, is you're out there everywhere, and I see you, and your brand is growing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because that's where I see, just like you said, that's where I see things going. That brand is going to lead the way.
Yeah. And so that actually segues nicely into what I want us to sort of tell the world, which is how powerful speaking is to your personal brand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, whether it's a big stage with a lot of people or a small stage in a smaller group, you're impacting people from a position of authority, right, and expertise, and your brand's leveling up and your worth is leveling up, provided that you're good.
Provided that you're good, you got to be good. Yeah. There is a cost to play.
Provided that you're good, you're providing value, you're the educator, you're the advocate for the niche, whatever that you're in. Right, all that stuff plays a big part, but taking it on faith that that's where you're going, that's what you're doing, and you are good, then I think it's hard. It used to be, I think, if you had a book, right, which is still a powerful tool. Books have helped me definitely.
Yeah, same here.
Get a lot of clients and open some doors. Yeah, but I think speaking is even more powerful, even more.
I think so too. And again, it comes back to this idea that it's the kind of connection that you can't create any other way.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think about some people, the way that some people perceive doing free gigs as somehow not being worth their time or not being valuable? Okay, I think I know at least the direction the answer is going to go. I'm coming to join you, Wheezy.
I'll tell you a story about that one day.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? The most money I made was from doing free stuff.
Yeah.
Where I actually was I took my anti-bully program and I went to the school systems and I said, hey, you could pay me $5,000 to come in for the 2 days and train your students and your parents, or I'll do it for free, but let me create a leadership program for you that I will help you create, and I will help administer, and I will do the follow-up service for, right? And so, of course, nobody wanted to pay anything. But what would happen is I would get people to train the kids, the parents, the teachers, everybody, and then a certain number of those people would come to my brick and mortar business, which was what I wanted to have happen. And where I might have charged $50 or $100 a person or whatever it might have been on a per person basis, I then was getting a minimum of $139 a person and up, month after month after month after month, creating a recurring revenue model, all from free stuff that I created. And I am a huge advocate. I'm not saying if somebody offers you $10,000, don't take it. But what I am saying is that speaking for free done correctly can be a huge revenue generator.
Yeah.
When I started my Category of One program for entrepreneurs, where I teach them the fundamentals of breaking their business down and marketing it effectively in their community and to some extent online, I did free 90-minute events to break out the process for them. And then they would come to me and sign up right on the spot. But that turned into another big chunk of income that continues to roll, right?
Absolutely. Let me just respond to Jackie there.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Yeah, I think that some people understand and some people are still struggling with the fact that business, again, guys, we're not talking about all business, right? I'm not talking about like Apple or something like that, but largely this kind of business has changed. Eric Swanson, speak of the devil. And leading for free is, look at Eric just said it, free equals money. It's so true, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good way
leading with free is, first of all, it has so much more integrity. There's so much more confidence in that, right? Like, look, I know that the free stuff is good. And I know that if you pay later, I will deliver for you. But given anyway, as it relates to speaking opportunities, I often wind up kind of showing people money also equals money, says Eric. Well, Eric, that's why you're the PhD and we're just the lowly grad students. Money does equal money, brother. So, but it kind of goes like this. Imagine you got 2 gigs a month speaking to 50 people each time. So that's 100 people a month you're in front of. Imagine you got paid $3,000 for each of those gigs. And let's face it, you got to work up to even getting $3,000 to speak.
Sure.
It's going to take a couple of years to get there.
Right.
So now you've made $6,000, right? Let's say you do it for free. You're a good speaker. You've got a good product and there's a good match, right? There's a good match with what you're talking about in the audience. So now you're in front of 100 people in a month. Let's say you convert 10 of them. 10%, which is the low side of average. Now you've got 10 clients. And even if it was only $1,000 per client, you made almost double what you would have made getting paid. Let's say you sell it for $2,000, which is super common for whatever your coaching thing is. Now you made $20,000 instead of $6,000. It just takes walking people through the process a little bit.
Absolutely.
You know? And so that's why, should we just tell them why we're circling around this?
Yeah. Yeah. Just pull back the curtain.
Lift up the kilt.
I don't want to see that on camera, though.
So that is really the principle and the foundation behind what we call the Opus program, which is done for you speaker marketing. Eric says, when I first started, I used to charge $1,000, then went up to 3, then 7, now 9. Yeah, totally. And sometimes waives the speaker fee occasionally to give back. That's because you have a heart of gold. But the thing that we can take from this is Eric's been speaking for 2 decades, and he started at 1,000, right?
Right.
So Brett and I, for the world here, Brett and I have have created and partnered up on something we call the Opus Speaker Marketing Program. It's really perfect for what I call ACEs, authors, coaches, experts, and specialists, because what it does is we find and apply to 50 targeted speaking gigs for you every month. 50 every month. We also show you delivered to your inbox, your digital doorstep. We also show you how to position yourself on social media so that you look like the pro that you are. Because let me tell you something. A lot of y'all ain't walking the walk. Or you don't look the same way you talk. Let's put it that way. You got to pay attention to your personal brand on social media, how you look, how you're positioned, how you're represented by your digital real estate. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. You have a great product. You have a heart for service. You've got all these things. So many of us avoid the marketing side of it.
Yeah. And maybe here's a point too, for the people that are watching this that really want to speak, they fit into that ACEs category. Mm-hmm. Maybe you don't like the part of feeling like you do self-promotion.
Yeah.
I've ran into a lot of people who just don't like that feeling of promoting themselves. We can take that emotional piece out of it for you.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's a big benefit for a lot of people is you can have a consistent flow of leads that you don't have to do, saves them a lot of time.
Yeah.
Takes out that spammy feel like I'm up.
Yeah.
Right. Because let's face it. I mean, you know this. People aren't going to ask you to come speak on their stage until, not the big ones, until you've proven yourself.
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to go out there and do the legwork,
mm-hmm.
you're never going to get asked for the big gigs.
Right.
And so, but a lot of people won't do the legwork because they feel like they're being salesy or spammy. And we take that off the plate for them.
Yeah. And I think the other thing that we really deliver is we give you your time and peace of mind back.
Yeah.
That's really powerful. You don't have to toggle out of your zone of genius as much.
Right.
And I think that's that feeling of toggling out of your zone of genius is what keeps coaches, authors, coaches, experts, specialists from getting good at the marketing of their business, which creates the success.
Right.
What you don't want to ever do in this industry is be the best kept secret.
Right.
I literally know one guy who does that and is successful. One guy out of thousands. And his business model is I only want to work with 7 people a year. I charge $150,000 a person. Totally get it. But for most of us, it's just not realistic.
Yeah.
It's just not something you want to do. And can you imagine how long it would take to build up to be able to do that? So what we're saying in the meantime is, look, if you want help positioning yourself, growing your brand, creating opportunities, and having 50 speaking opportunities a month applied to on your behalf, you should get on the waiting list. I think that's the call to action. Reach out and get on the waiting list.
Yeah, this is the thing. And I think this will be such a benefit to people. I think the people watching this, if we really sit back and think about the amount of time, energy, and potential aggravation that gets saved, is huge. And like you say, keeping in that zone of genius. So if you're watching this, just imagine that instead of 50-50, right, where you're trying to apply and get in and do things and make that happen, the part maybe you don't care for so much, and then you only get to spend 50% of the time refining your message, becoming that great speaker, offering that great program, creating that coaching program. Imagine now that it's like 80-20.
Yeah.
Right? Never going to get out of it altogether. But now imagine that 85% of your time is spent nothing but delivering at the highest level to the people that are listening to you or taking your coaching program, or maybe you want to write this book and share the experience that way as well. The amount of time you can put into that core creation is just phenomenal. And it'll change the way you feel about everything that you do in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's kind of the goal, is to keep you in your sweet spot while also doing work better than you do it, because it's not your zone of genius, so that you're out of your sweet spot less, but you're growing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, listen, I've got to jump and prepare for an interview. But Brett, thanks for testing this out with me, and you guys out in Facebook land and in YouTube land. If this looks intriguing to you, reach out, touch base. We haven't even rolled it out officially yet, but you can get on the waiting list. You can actually get in as a founder, which obviously there's a great incentive for that. And come on in and figure out what it's like to be able to stay in your zone of genius and have so much of the busy work taken off your plate for you, so that you can grow faster, make more money, impact more people, really all the stuff you're here to do.
And have a lot more joy doing it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, Manny, hey, thanks for being the first one to jump into this technology. And
Absolutely.
I think it worked really well for everything I'm seeing on my end.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really loving it.
So,
big shout out to StreamYard. Big shout out to Eric Swanson and Jackie Gold. Who else joined us on this call today? Those are the ones I can see, but I do see 4 eyeballs. So, okay, whatever. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Eric, Jackie, nice to meet you for the first time.
See you on the next one.
All right. Take care, gang.